Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I know that the Apple Airpods Pro is not exactly new and I've been ignoring it for a while for no particular reason, but I heard mostly good things about its active noise cancelling and a few of you have asked me about it in the comments too. And since I happen to be working on a big noise cancelling earbud shootout video, it was about time I gave a chance to the AirPods Pro and see it for myself if it lives up to its good reputation and whether it has its place among the best ANC buds or not. So let's see the details now. The AirPods Pro has a distinctive design everyone is familiar with at this stage. The stem is shorter than on the original AirPods, and that makes the earbuds look much more appealing to me. The other big improvement was adding the silicone ear tips to the Pros, which makes them not only more comfortable to wear, but the fit is more secure too. You can choose from 3 different sizes. I know a lot of people are using these in the gym or even for running, and the IPX4 rating makes the buds sweat-proof as well, but I would be careful with what activities I use these earbuds for because they were simply not designed for exercise. But they are comfortable, there is no pressure buildup inside my ear canals, so they are perfect for everyday use. The battery will last for 4.5 hours with ANC on, and the buds will run for 5 hours if you switch noise cancelling off. The small case can recharge them fully like 4 times, which brings the total battery life to 24 hours. The buds can be used for an hour after 5 minutes in the case. So that's all great, especially if you take the small size of the case into account. In fact, it's one of the very few pocket-friendly battery cases out there. I don't necessarily like the glossy white color and the lightning connector is pain in the butt too, but the general build quality is excellent and we've got compatibility with Qi certified wireless charging pads as well, so you never even have to touch the lightning cable if you don't want to. Next up is connection. The AirPods Pros use Bluetooth 5.0. I have not experienced any issues with connection or pairing, nor there is any lag with videos regardless of whether you use Android or iOS. But when you integrate the AirPods Pro into your own Apple ecosystem, that's when the actual magic happens. As long as you are connected to all of your devices, iPhone, iPad, MacBook or Apple Watch, the earbuds can seamlessly switch between them depending on which one you use. Watching Netflix on iPad but you want to continue it on your phone, no problem, the AirPods Pro will switch to your phone immediately. And this actually works 95% of the time. Pairing the buds is easy with Mac devices, you just pop the lid open and the AirPods Pro will show up on screen almost instantly and you are connected already. With Android or Windows, you have to press the pairing button on the back of the case and go through the usual pairing process, which will take a couple of seconds, but it's no big deal either. Phone call quality is good. There are mics at the end of each stem, so it can pick up your voice quite well. Voice transmission is clear and natural sounding. The clarity is good too, thanks to the active noise cancelling. And the active noise cancelling feature works really well in general. You cannot customize or set the strength of it, you can only toggle between ANC on, ANC off and transparency modes. But the ANC is very effective at blocking out both low and high-pitched noises. Traffic, wind or office noise shouldn't be a problem. Apple did a great job with this feature and even 1 year after its release, it's still considered to be one of the best in the active noise cancelling game. The AirPods Pro has a capacitive button hidden in each stem, which you have to squeeze if you want to control play/pause, skip tracks forward or backward, or answer phone calls. If you press and hold the button, you can toggle between noise cancelling and transparency modes. One big advantage of having the controls on the stems is that you don't have to push the buds into your ear canals every time you touch them. However, using the buds when wearing a hat can be a little bit tricky. To customize the controls, you have to go into the settings on an iOS device, where you can change the press and hold function on either the left or the right bud to activating Siri. And you can also add off to the list of selectable ANC modes as it's not there by default. You can turn in-ear detection on and off for the autoplay pause function, and there are a couple of other settings as well. You can check the fit of the earphones by running some tests, which is all good, but the app showed me the same results with all 3 ear tips, so I'm not even sure if it's of any use. Another way of controlling the AirPods Pros is if you use the control center by swiping down from the upper right corner of an iOS device. Here you will have access to the volume control, the 3 different noise cancelling modes, and you can turn spatial audio on and off as well, which we will talk about later in a little bit more detail. That's not too bad so far, but there are two things missing. One is volume control on the earbuds themselves, unless you want to use Siri all the time to change volume. Or if you have an Apple Watch, you can control the volume with the digital crown as well, but that's yet another device you will need to buy, so that doesn't even count. The other missing feature is the EQ. I know there are EQ presets in the Apple Music app, but there are no custom settings either, so you will have to use third-party apps if you want to fine-tune the sound of your AirPods Pros. On Android, the only meaningful feature you will lose is the autoplay pause, but basically everything else is available through the controls on the earbuds, but there is no app for further customization. And now a few words about sound quality. The AirPods Pro sound can be described as lively, maybe a bit too lively. You get decent bass with a good amount of energy, and it's quick enough too, but it's missing some body and weight. It makes the earbuds sound a bit thin. And then come the very forward sounding mid-range and the sparkling highs, which together create a very energetic sound signature, but it can be too much of a good thing if you push the earbuds hard. The higher you go in volume, the more obvious this imbalance between lower and higher frequencies become. Nevertheless, the sound is mostly enjoyable, especially with vocal and dialogue-heavy content, due to the outstanding clarity of the earbuds. Watching movies can be entertaining with the spatial audio feature turned on. It only works in certain apps like Apple TV or Disney+, but when it's enabled, it makes you think you are watching TV in a room with speakers all around you. So if you turn your head to the left, for example, you will still hear the dialogue coming from where the screen is in front of you. You have to experience it yourself because I cannot really explain it any better. It's fun to play with for like 2 minutes, and who knows, you might want to leave it on all the time, but I found that it alters the original sound too much, as it messes up human voices big time and adds some funky reverb to emulate the room environment that I don't like at all. I love headphones due to the fact that you don't have to deal with room acoustics at all, and this feature does add fake room acoustics to the sound of the earbuds in a way, so I don't know, but I'm not convinced at all. But if you don't mind the altered sound, you will definitely enjoy the effect. Well, after using the Apple AirPods Pro for a while now, I'm kind of wondering why I didn't want to try them before. The sound quality is more than acceptable, in fact it's much better than I expected it to be, and the AirPods Pros have some useful features such as the great active noise cancelling, the stem controls in general, even though there is no volume control, the integration with other Apple devices, the ease of use and their comfortable fit. Battery life could be better, but on the other hand, the buds and the case are compact and lightweight, and there is the 5 minutes quick charging too. Wireless charging makes it possible to ignore the lightning connector as long as you have a charging pad, of course. So if you are an avid iOS or Mac user, the Apple AirPods Pros make a lot of sense from a convenience and functional point of view. If you are an Android or Windows kind of guy, then it still can be a good choice thanks to its active noise cancelling, its comfort and its compact size. You can get better sounding earbuds for less money for sure, but not everyone wants the best possible sound, and there are other important factors to consider as well when you spend $200 or $300 on a pair of true wireless earbuds. So this was my review of the Apple AirPods Pro, and it was just a warm-up exercise before my big ANC showdown video, which drops sometimes next week, so stay tuned for that. And yes, the AirPods Pro made the cut, of course. So subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss it, and you can also give a thumbs up to this video if you feel like it. Regardless of whether you do it or not, I thank you for taking your time to watch this video, and I hope to see you in the next one too.